Hello scent addicts, welcome to Fragrance Therapy. I'm your host Alam. And today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a fragrance haul where all the fragrances come from one house, the house of Afnan. That includes Afnan's Rare Reef and the brand new release, Afnan 9 PM Elixir. We'll do an unboxing, look at the presentation, and then I'll give you my first impressions. We're going to start off with one I've owned before, which is Supremacy, Not Only Intensely. As y'all know, this is a clone of Creed Aventus meets Nishane's Hashivat. So I used to own a bottle of this, and a friend of mine really loved it. So I said, you know what, go ahead and take it. I have so many clones inspired by versions of that DNA, that Creed Aventus Hashivat DNA. So I was like, I can spare a bottle. And I'm glad I gave it to him. I know he loves it. He tells me all the time he wears it. But when I look at the shelf and it's missing from the collection, I start to get that itch that I need to fill it in. So here we go. So let's unbox. So these always come in phenomenal packaging. It's like a hard plastic. It looks super cool. You open the door and the fragrance sits inside. What else can be said about this that hasn't already been said? I mean, this is a fantastic version of that DNA. Is it the best version? That's arguable, but still, really good stuff. Atomizer, you're looking at typical Supremacy atomizer, typical bottle presentation. When it comes to the notes on top, you're looking at blackcurrant, bergamot, and apple. In the mids, you're looking at oak moss, patchouli, and lavender. And in the base, you get ambergris, musk, and saffron. Like I said, fantastic clone of that Hashivat Aventus DNA. Is it the best? Arguable, but it still does give you that fruity, woody, smoky nature of the original versions, and still a solid option. Still a solid fragrance. I'm glad I have it back in my collection. That's Afnan Supremacy, Not Only Intense. So next up, let's stick with the Supremacy line. And this is my first time owning this one. This is Supremacy in Oud. Let's get it open. Again, same presentation. Slides out like this. Again, hard plastic cover. Nice brown color. And it opens as such. I like the way this bottle even looks better because it has like this brown and gold gradient. Really looks cool. Afnan Supremacy Oud is Afnan's take on Initio's Oud for Greatness. And I have a couple more of them, so it'll be interesting how this one stacks up. Let's take a smell. So, similar atomizer. Yeah, this is good. Quality-wise, really good. 100% Oud for Greatness. Later on, I'm gonna compare it to the other Oud for Greatness clones that I have. Maybe I'll do a head-to-head for another video. So let's take a look at the notes. On top, you get saffron, nutmeg, and lavender. In the mid, you get oud and sweet notes. And in the base, you get patchouli and musk. This is a warm, spicy, woody fragrance. It is a clone of Oud for Greatness. I'm getting a slightly sweeter twist of it. It's really good. I'm glad. I do need to complete my Afnan Supremacy collection line. So I'm glad I have it in there. Did I need another Initio Oud for Greatness clone? Probably not. But maybe I'll use it for content and do a head-to-head clone battle with the other ones that I have. So that's Afnan's Supremacy Oud. Next up, let's do a Zimaya. Many of you might not know, but Zimaya is actually a sister brand of Afnan. Think of Mason Alhambra is to Latafa as Zimaya is to Afnan. And this one is, I had to look it up, is a take on Amouage's Epic Man. And I love some Amouage fragrances, so I'm really curious to see how this smells. So the box slides out like this. There. Another really nice looking bottle. You know, Afnan, and in this case Zimaya, they don't go over the top with a lot of their bottles, maybe like something like Latafa does, but they make them nice and classy. I really like it. And it does remind me of an arm wash fragrance. So yeah, it's doing what it's setting out to do. So let's take a sniff. Yeah, good solid cap, not too heavy, but not a light one either. Let's get it on a tester strip. Definitely getting like a peppery floral. Ooh, it's really, really good though. Whew. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, let's take a look at the notes. So on top, you're getting pink pepper, saffron, mace, and nutmeg. In the middle, you get geranium, cardamom, olibanum, and myrrh. And in the base, you're getting incense, oud, leather, patchouli, and musk. Yeah, I mean, definitely another like winter, woody, spicy fragrance. You know, I did get my nose on Epic Man while I was in the Middle East, but honestly, I don't quite remember how it smells because it was that one time. So I can't tell you how close it is to the original, but standing solely on itself, just from my initial thoughts, really, really beautiful scent. Again, like I said, definitely a woody, spicy fragrance, resinous, smoky. I would probably save this for cooler months, evening wear type of stuff, but I'm interested to see how it performs, how long it lasts. Just from that initial punch, I do think it's probably gonna have a pretty decent projection and longevity, but we'll see. I'll put it to the test. Next up, let's do Rare Reef. Now, as many of you know, this has gotten some pretty big hype online, and it's a clone of Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton. So let's see. So box opens like this, sits in here. Again, Afnan with a cool looking bottle, understated, not over the top, but still very, very unique. I love their presentations, man. And I have a couple of Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill clones. I have one from Jean Lo line by Maison Alhambra, and I have one by French Avenue from the Penis line. But this one really was getting some major hype, and I'm curious to see how it stands up to the other clones. So let's see. Solid cap. Not that it matters, but I like it when the caps are solid, heavy. Let's see. Oh yeah, you get that strong orange and mint note right off the top. Yeah, I mean, you can smell, if you smell Pacific Chill, it's a very, very noticeable fragrance. And you can tell right away that this is doing Pacific Chill, and it's doing it really well. So looking at the notes on the top, you get blackcurrant, orange, citron, mint, coriander, and grapefruit. In the mid, you get apricot, basil, rose, and violet leaf. This one is super fresh, super fruity. Honestly, I think I've been wearing my Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill clones the most this summer. Man, I love this scent profile, and this one does it really well. Beautiful presentation too. I'm really curious how it stacks up against the other ones, but maybe I'll make a video where I do a head-to-head comparison and test, and I'll tell you which one of the three that, I think I have three, which of the ones that I own are my favorite. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that video. Next up, we have another Afnan Rare. This one is called Carbon. Honestly, I wasn't planning on picking this up. I didn't even know it existed. I went online to get Rare Reef. I saw this was there. I was like, might as well get both from the line and see, I don't know, maybe this is another Louis Vuitton clone. I'm not sure. So let's get it open and let's check it out. Same presentation as Rare Reef. Nice box. Bottle looks very similar. On the Rare Reef, you get a blue tint to the glass, and in this one, it's a very gray tint. Yeah, again, nice presentation. Looks exactly like the other one, but most important thing, let's find out what it smells like. Oh man, I know this smell. Leather. I think this is ombre leather. Or like Tuscan leather, ombre leather, one of the Tom Ford leather fragrances. Yeah, definitely like ombre leather. I own another one by Lattafa. Let me take that out and spray it and let's compare the two. This one is Velvet Oud by Lattafa. Let me get it on strip. Yeah, 100%. This is doing the same thing. Ombre leather. I'm really surprised. I thought that this would be another Louis Vuitton clone, but it's not. It's totally Tom Ford. Let's take a look at the notes. Notes-wise, on top, you're getting leather, violet leaf, nutmeg, and cinnamon. In the mid, you get rose, oud, and cedar. In the base, you get vetiver, sandalwood, and amber. And the leather note really pops on this one. Strong leather, but a sweet, nice leather, like luxurious leather, not animalic at all. It's been a while since I smelled the original Tom Ford ombre leather, but I'll be curious. Maybe I'll go into Sephora and test it out a little bit just to jog my memory and compare it to this one. But oof, really, really good. Both of them. Like honestly, every single one, you know, the Supremacy Not Only Intense I've had before, every single one is good. And at the end, I'll let you know which one is my favorite. Finally, we have the latest release, which is 9 PM Elixir. And this is the latest release. And it's supposed to be a clone of JPG Le Male Elixir Absolute. So let's get it open and see how it stacks up. So, very typical 9 PM presentation. Solid bottle. Opens, fragrance sits in there. As always, heavy cap. It says Afnan on top, nice little touch. Cool looking design on the bottle as well. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. But yeah. Let's get it on strip. You're definitely getting Le Male Elixir Absolute. But man, it's different. The sweetness is not as prominent as Le Male Elixir or Le Male Elixir Absolute. It's toned down a little bit here. Honestly, first impressions, I like this better than Le Male Elixir Absolute. This thing is stunning. I'll be curious as it dries down. It's close, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's definitely took inspiration from there, but it's not the same thing. And I'll be curious on how much it changes as it dries down. The opening is close. I would say maybe it's taking like 65-70% from it, but it's then doing its own thing. And that's what the 9 PM line is. It does take an original DNA and it puts its own twist on it, so I'm not surprised that this took that Le Male Elixir Absolute DNA and has done its own thing. And I'm kind of glad that they didn't go with just a clone fragrance of, say, Le Male Elixir or even Le Male Elixir Absolute. So let's take a look at the notes. On top, you have cardamom, nutmeg, and elemi. In the mid, you get pimento, leather, and lavender. And in the base, you get patchouli, vanilla, labdanum, and rock rose. Again, I'm not going to know exactly what the performance is until I do a longer test, which I am planning to do soon and do a full review of this guy. But man, does this smell really, really, really good. And honestly, every single one was good, but this one, I'm telling you right now, they don't miss with 9 PM. you know what I'll probably do? Once I get a full wearing of this, I'll do a ranking of all the 9 PMs that I own, with this one included. But I love what they did with the DNA, and they actually made it better in my opinion. This one puts enough woodiness and resin in there that it lowers that sweetness and really makes it its own. And I right now, I really like it. Let's see how it dries down and all that stuff, and then we'll give a final thoughts after that. Well, there you have it, folks. That was unboxing 6 fragrances from the house of Afnan, and one from Zimaya, which is a sister brand of Afnan, like I said. And every single one was good. Every single one was good. The one I like the most right now, I don't know, recency bias, whatever, I don't know. But it is, even though Rare Reef was really good too, this one takes the cake. I think I'm like excited about doing a full wear of this one and doing a full review. So stay tuned for that. As always, hit that like and subscribe button for affordable fragrance content. And until next time, I'm out.